Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is good to have you back here. I trust you're well. How's the family, work, business, and life generally? I trust you're enjoying life. Today's topic of discussion was brought up from under the box. It was brought up due to the trend. You remember that footballer who trended? Was it last week? Yeah, he trended last week. Not because he scored an amazing goal, not because of, you know why he trended now. So his trend brought this topic up. Last year, I looked at my notes and I realized that I've been updating questions to ask during dating. I just decided to pen them down. And I'm here to share them with you. Let's talk. Single ladies, single men. Let's talk. So let's dig right into the topics. So here is how I put it. Topics for discussion while dating. It's no longer news that during dating and all that, you don't just go out, see the movies, all lovey-dovey and all. Let's talk. Let's discuss. Brain to brain. Human to human. Let's get to know ourselves, not on surface level. Let's dig deeper. So in no particular order, let's go. Background that you're coming from. Where's this person coming from? Who is this person? Your lineage, your hometown. This is like the most basic, your family and all. And it takes me to traditions and cultural beliefs. What does your family practice? What do they claim as their tradition or traditions? Can we, like me and you, if we're going to eventually become an item, can we do without them? Can we build our own traditions or culture based on our values and beliefs? So for instance, what culture, what tradition does your husband to be? What do they believe in? Do they believe that when a wife gives birth, she doesn't go outside, she doesn't step outside for 100 days? Do they believe that women are the breadwinners of the family? Let's talk about it. So we'll trash it out. If it's something that either parties can, live with, fantastic. If it's not, can we meet in the middle ground? Can we adjust? Dispute resolution. Did your parents settle disputes? How did they go about it? Are you confrontational? Do you sweep things under the rug? How will we go about resolving our own issues? So for me, growing up, I didn't really see my parents sit down to discuss things. Maybe they did in the bedroom. So how do we settle our own grievances? When you hurt me, are we going to be shouting at Are we going to shout at each other? Are we going to throw knives, break TV plates, Are you going to raise your hand to woes me? Let's talk about it. How are we going to settle our differences? Are we going to calm down? You take a walk. I calm down. I have a talk with myself. We are 18. We are going to work this out and so on. Next, finances. Oh, Nikoko, money matters. Who is most prudent? What's your take on money? How do we settle our bills and needs? Do we keep accounts, joint accounts, separate accounts? Do you have yours? I have mine. Then we now have joint accounts. Debts. Do you have any bases? Do you have any loans from banks, loan sharks, and all? Earnings and incomes, investments as individuals and couples. So the earnings, what do you earn? What do I earn? How are we going to do it? Okay, who is going to pay XYZ? Are we going to put money together? Are we going to do 50-50? Talk about it. Trash it, all these things won't happen in a day, in a couple of weeks. It's something you keep going on and on about and tweak as you go. Next, health. Medical conditions, if any. Family history. What's your genotype? Please know your genotype. Please. I think medical people have said it over and over and over again, but please go and do your genotype test. Know your blood group, know your genotype. Let's know what disease is in the family. Is it diabetes? Is it high blood pressure? You know, things like that. Let's know, okay, what can we do to curtail or reduce whatever it is that is a family medical trend, you know, things like that. Do you believe in going to the hospital? What's your take on white man medicine? I mean, okay. Do you believe in hospitals? There are some people, their religion don't allow them. Do you believe in, you know, trash it out. Next, children. Do you have any? Because I see no reason why you are dating someone and you hope to get married to them and you don't tell them that, oh, I had a child from my last relationship, or I adopted a child, or I'm raising someone's child. Tell that person that you're going to get married to that you have a child. Let the person know from the get-go that, okay, I'm either adopting this child, or oh no, I can't raise a man's child, another man's child, or another woman's child, you know, something like that. Let them know from the get-go. So what do you think about children? Do you want to have children? Do you not want to have children? There are people who do not want to have children. So please be on the same boat with your partner. Does he or she want to have children? If they don't want to have children, please don't force it on them. If your children wants to have, if your partner wants to have children and you don't want to, don't try to talk them out of not wanting children. You get what I mean? Everyone has their spec. I first heard this phrase from Praise Fuwe, and I also hear it from ED, emotions doctor as well. Marry your kind. And it's something that rings in my head often. Marry your kind. There are people who don't want to have children. It's good, let them be together. There are people who want to have children. Let them be together. Someone who wants to have children and someone who doesn't want to have children. How are you guys going to do it? Maybe there's a way out, but you know, talk about it. How many children do you want to have? Why do you want to have the number of children you want to have? Maybe you want 5 children, you want 8 children, you want 10 children, you know, you want only one child. Talk about it, the reasons why. And what's your point of view on raising children? Are you the one who wants to spoil children, who believes that, hey, leave them, let them do as they will? What's your take on discipline? What's your take on generally how to raise children, or how we would raise our children? Also, parenting styles and methods of raising children, means of having them. I remember several years ago when I came to this means of having children. Like, now I have come to a place where my partner and I will talk about it. If we don't have children naturally, how else can we have children? I'm open to it. I'm open to adoption, IVF, surrogacy, and what other thing? You know, etc. Present parenting. Does it matter to you that you and your husband or you and your wife will raise your children together? Gone are the days where it's only mommy that is raising the child or the children, or it's only mommy that does everything school related. Please. And if you want your husband to be present in the lives of your children, you know, go for school activities, take them to church, take them out, please discuss it. Bro, are you going to be available? We'll work it out. You might not always be available. It's understandable. But you know, let's work it out. Are you going to be able to pick them up, drop them in school? Which one is it going to be? Okay, maybe drop them, I'll pick them. Or you pick them up, I'll drop them. Okay, they call it PTA. I don't know what they call it now. Let's attend now. let's go together. Or daddy, you go this time, mommy will go next time, and so on and so forth. Moving on. Work ethics, thoughts on working, career, and entrepreneurship. There are people who still believe that, oh, they want their wives to be housewives, or women who want to be housewives. Please talk about it. For someone like me, I saw my father allow my mother work. She started, doing business in his hotel and all. Then eventually she got a job and she moved up the ranks. So I don't come from a home where I didn't grow up seeing my mom sitting at home and all that. So no man is going to expect me to come and be a housewife. First and foremost, I don't believe in it. I want to work. I want to work. I want to make my own money. So I will not sit at home. So if someone comes to me and say, no, he believes his wife should sit at home and take care of the home. Bro, Alpha, what's it gonna be? I will put it on the table. If you believe that your women shouldn't work and all, okay, we'll put it on the table. If you believe that your women should work, we'll talk about this thing and all. Building your career, building your business, and so on and so forth. Vision and casting visions for families/individuals. I think it was my pastor that mentioned it in one service like that husbands should carry their family along in their vision. Like, okay, this is where I see my family. This is where I like us to be. It's not something that was very common growing up, at least for me. But now, talk about it with your partner. Okay, where would you want us to live? When do you want us to buy a house or buy land or invest in this? How the trajectory of the family plans, where do we see ourselves in 2 years, 5 years, by 10 years? What would we have achieved? Put it down and let it be a family thing, not just, you are the one who has the vision, you are the one who you are now imposing it on your family. Moving on, personal development, trainings, knowledge seeking, emotional development. Is it important to you? If it is, please put it on the table. Discuss it with your partner, your intending partner. Okay, are you open to constant learning? Are you open to developing yourself emotionally, financially? What must we do? What would we do? And all that. Next, spirituality. What are your beliefs in God? First and foremost, do you believe in God? Do you believe? There are people who don't believe in God. So, and it's okay. Marry your kind. Do you believe in God? What are your beliefs in God? Because people's beliefs in God are different. There are people who believe that God is just for the sake of salvation. I want to go to heaven. They don't believe God is going to give them promises that God has made. They don't believe for healing. They don't believe for prosperity. They don't believe for growth. Different people with different beliefs. So please ask. The fact that you go to church does not mean no. What's your relationship with Him, others, and believers in the community? Do you believe in going to church? There are people who don't believe in going to church. I believe in God, but I'm going to serve Him on my own terms. I'm just going to do service in my house and all. God is there and all that. There are people who believe in that. And it's okay. Everybody with their style. It doesn't make them less of God's children because I go to church. What type of church do you go to? Do you go to an Orthodox church or a Pentecostal church? Which one suits you and all? I remember there was one guy I liked and I thought we were going to, date and then he now mentioned that there was someone in the picture before I came I think then they had issues and all. Then he went back and he told me how he was going to get married. I was angry. I deleted okay, I was angry, very angry for a while, but I deleted his number, I think. And so prior to when he was going to get married, I asked God to please help me to let go and all that. I forgave him, I forgave myself. I sent him a prayer just before his wedding and all, and I moved on with my life. So I now asked God, why wasn't I the one? I didn't get an answer immediately. I think I got it like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and this was in 2010 or 11. And I remember the guy, then we went to church together, midweek service. I invited him, and after service he was like, oh, I like your church, but it's a very young church, your pastor is very young. Okay, I didn't see it as anything. Okay, no problem. And the Holy Spirit just brought back that line to me. The guy was, as at that time, a Baptist, I think. Yeah, at that time he was a Baptist. And when out of the blues this answer just came, I know this is how it works with me. His name, his face came back to my mind, the answer came, and I put 2 and 2 together. I was like, okay, I see. I may not understand, I may not have understood back then why, but now I'd grown older spiritually and all, and I was like, okay, I get it. I wouldn't want anyone to take me away from my walk from God, and God placed me in my present church for a reason. So please ask, do they believe in giving God money through tithing, offering, kingdom giving and all that? Do they believe in giving to the poor? Do they believe in things? For instance, now I want to be giving money constantly I use the YouVersion Bible app. I like to be giving, even if it's 500 naira, 1,000 naira, and grow, because I use it. They bless me. So imagine me wanting to give like $1,000 in the future to YouVersion, and my partner, husband is saying, why are you giving that amount of money to a Bible app now? Bro, no, let's sort it out now. Moving on. Sex. Expectations. Bro, sis, please ask, what do you expect? What are you expecting? Do you expect me to be hanging from the ceiling? That line has been in my head since when I decided that I was going to record this topic. Like, are you going to expect me to hang from the ceiling, do some Kama Sutra things and all that? My goodness. Okay, so are you going to expect your partner to perform all those moves you've seen in porn videos? Are you going to expect your partner to perform them for you? Talk about it. What do you expect? What do you want? Fantasies. Hey, what fantasies do you have, sister, brother? Please talk about it. Do you want to explore? Do you expect us to do that? Have sex parties? I'm looking for the appropriate term. I'll put it up on the screen. What do you want to explore? Are you a BDSM fan? Please talk about all these things. Don't shy away. Brethren, Christian brothers and sisters, please, we live in the world. Talk about these things. And the God that you've served will not be against you talking about it. Okay? Are you open to improvement? What would you do differently to spice up your sex life in marriage? Will you get cards, candles? Will you try new things? Talk about all those things. Trauma/abuse. if you experienced anything growing up, what trauma did you experience? Were you sexually abused, molested? Are you open to therapy? Did you lose a loved one? Grieve and all that? Are you open to therapy? Ask. If we are going through a challenge in our marriage and we feel like both of us cannot handle it, cannot sort it out, are you open to counseling, therapy? Talk about these things. Know before you commit if this person is, on the same wavelength with you. What is your personality type? Are you they call them alpha females? Are you a choleric? Are you a sanguine? What are your temperament mix? Talk about it. Let the person you are getting married know that I'm a little bit laid back, I'm this, I'm that, so that they will know how to live with you and all that. Friendship. Your friends, tell me about your friends. I tell you about my friends. Then how, making friends together. So we've all read, seen, probably experienced as well, where people get into a relationship and suddenly they no longer have friends. Maybe their partner, either male or female, is asking them to not be friends with their friends anymore. Bro, before you came into my life, my friends have been in my life and they will be there. So talk about these things. Don't let anybody come and bamboozle you with love. Bro, my friends are going to be there. I'm going to make new friends as we are married. While we are getting married, I'm making new friends. In the marriage, I'm making new friends. For me, I like my husband to keep his friends. I like to keep my friends. Then as a couple, I want us to make new friends. Single friends, married friends as well. So please talk about these things. Next, politics, political opinions, affiliations, etc. What's your take on politics? Just hear how they are talking, whether their anger is coming out because of one party or the other. Just talk and have an idea what this person believes in. If their values align with the political party they are supporting, if the person is politically inclined, maybe the person wants to go into politics in the future, you will know. Just talk about these things. Don't be afraid. Talk. Use your voice. Values. What are your values? Do your values align? Are you people oriented? Do you love people? Do you treat people with honor, kindness, giving, love for God, service, etc.? Talk about your values. If they align, okay, we're good. If you find something that is in the person's value system that doesn't align with you, can you discuss it, your fears, your concerns, if it's something that they can work on and all. Okay, moving on to the next. Boundaries. We're gonna set boundaries. As a dating couple, will set boundaries. When we get married, we'll set boundaries. So what boundaries are you setting? You're setting boundaries for extended family, your children, for instance. As simple as, as your children are growing older, knock before you open mommy's door, the room to your parents, or the office and all. Knock and wait for an answer. It's as simple as that. Not just because open the door because you are my daddy and my mommy. No, it's just as simple as that. Staff, where if we're going to have household staff, people who help us, where's their limit? Family members, are you open to having family members come and live with you? If not, let's know. Okay, how long? What's the extent of time family members can come and stay? Holiday? Do we need notice? Don't we need notice? And so on. These things, they look like is it not? Is it not? Talk about it. It's not everybody that is like you. Let's move on to the next. Home chores, house chores. This thing still causes issue. on the internet till today, whether it's me that is going to be cooking, whether it's you that is going to be cleaning, whether it's you that is going to be doing this. Bro, sis, please talk about it. Okay, how is it going to be? Am I going to be the one who come back from work and be slaving and sweating in the kitchen to cook hot egusi and fresh pounded yam for you every day? Am I doing fresh soup on a daily basis? Ask. If it's the fresh soup food guy, sis, and you know you cannot, tell him from the onset, I can't. Can you afford a cook or chef? Good. Can we afford to buy on a daily basis? Great. If it's something you cannot afford to do, okay, where are we going to meet in the middle ground? Talk about these things. If you're going to house chores, please, what can you do, sir? Ma, what can you do? Okay, I can sweep and mop while you work in the kitchen. Or let's work in the kitchen together. Let's get someone who's going to come 2-3 times in a week to clean the house. You know, things like that. These are things that I'm going to talk about too. That's why I'm sharing this with you people, so that you can learn from me. And it's not exclusive to women only. Men, please talk about it as well. If you know that you cannot do anything, tell the woman now that I don't know how to do anything, no, but God helping me, I will get a cleaner for us to do. There's washing machine. If you cannot do washing machine, dry cleaners are there. So, you know, things like this. How are you going to pull your weight around the house? Okay, so for instance, for me, I have told myself, and I'm telling dear future husband, dear future boyfriend, going to husband, because I cook does not mean, or I like cooking, or I have a food business, does not mean I'm going to be cooking every day of the week. Tea for things. Now you know. Because as a single lady, there are days that I do not enter the kitchen. The only reason that I will enter the kitchen is to probably drink water, drop a plate and wash, or take garri, granules, and I am good. There are days as I'm coming from wherever, I've bought food. There's one guy in Aguda, around Mobile, just after Mobile, that he does spaghetti. There are days I just buy from him in takeaway, trash the takeaway after I finished eating. Good night, brother. There are days that I will eat from my sister's house. There are days that I'll buy abula from somewhere and eat, and I am good. So because now I'm married, I'm not saying I won't cook. I will cook, but it's not every day. I'm just being honest. I'm telling the person, I'm going to tell the person face to face, and I'm telling you through this video. There are days that, bro, as you're coming, buy food from, let's eat together. Oh yeah, bro, enter the kitchen now. Oh yeah, dano now. Oh yeah, fry the egg, cook the indomie. We'll eat together in love. And if it's garri that I am serving us, garri, granules, and kulikuli with milk and ice cubes, I must serve it with love. Moving on. Okay, I think we've talked about traditions, yeah? Birth control. I think this topic is very sensitive, especially for men. They don't want to do vasectomy. Why is it only the woman that is going to be taking birth control? Why can't the man too, you know, snip, and let's just continue enjoying each other without the fear of sperm meeting an egg, eh? So talk about it, birth control. When you finish having your children, who is going to do birth control? Is it only the woman? Is it both of us? You know, just talk about these things. So that's the end. I have number 20. I can't believe this is up to 20. Number 20 is ETC. I know I did not exhaust all the questions and topics that you can talk about during while dating. So please feel free to add more in the comment section. Talk to us. Tell us what questions you have that you want to ask your future babe, future bubble in the comment section. Please don't forget, this is not exhaustive. It's just what I wrote. down. And I know that as the relationship progresses, we'll keep talking about things, we'll keep evolving and all. So someone might say, after all this is said and done, what's the guarantee that it's still going to, work out well and all? I shared with one of my friends a couple of months ago that there's something I developed, a short prayer, simple, that I developed several years ago. There are sometimes I don't like the answer. There are sometimes I don't like saying the prayer because I'm not sure what the answer is going to be. But this is the prayer. I tell the Holy Spirit, especially when I like someone, I'll be like, Holy Spirit, you know I like this guy. I am coming to tell you that I like this guy. You know him better than I do. Please reveal who he truly is to me. That's the beautiful thing about having a relationship with God. God knows that's your boyfriend and girlfriend better than you do. God knows your husband and wife better than you or him or her will ever know. And so God will reveal this person to you. If the person is just supposed to be your friend, he will tell you. You might not like the answer, but hey, he's doing it for you. It has your best interest at heart. And it may just be that you guys are not going to be together. I remember one guy vividly. It was a dream I had, and the guy had someone behind him, a lady behind him. So I was looking like, who is that? Who is that? And he just kept shielding the lady. And I just knew that, okay, this is it. So please, always ask. God will answer you. It might not be what you want to hear, but he will answer you. It could be yes, it could be no, it could be wait, it could be run for your dear life. But ask. That will be all from me today. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to drop your comments. Don't forget to drop your own tips, questions, and topics. I would love to read from you. And remember, it's a community. We are learning from each other. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you have an absolutely beautiful week ahead. God loves you. And remember, do not allow anything or anyone steal your joy. Bye.